that's what it looks like. It looks good enough to eat just like this, you know, put it on top of rice, and I think you're set to go. Some of this, and put it on our tortilla shell. Look at that. Today, we're going to show you how to make burritos. It's very simple using the Ninja Foodi pressure cooker, the OL 701, and it's going to be in two parts. The first part, we'll be making the Spanish rice, so this will be part of the ingredients that we put onto the burritos. And we're going to use Zartarin's Spanish rice mix, and all you need is this, water, and a can of petite diced tomatoes, and we'll make this separately in our pot. So this will be cooking while this will be cooking. We're going to start off with roughly about 3 pounds of boneless, skinless chicken breast. You can use 3 pounds, you know, depends on how much meat you're going to be using. So we'll be using chicken breast. Taco seasoning mix, we're probably going to use at this point 1/8 of a cup or less. You can season to taste. We use some bold cut 4-cheese Mexican cheese. You can use any type you want. I like the bold style. Refried beans, chili, salsa mix. We found the red gold pretty good. It's black bean and corn, so it's got some veggies in it too. For the tortillas, we're going to be using any tortilla shell you use, but we use basically the carb counter versions. This is a lot of bandelita, so like 3 or 4 net grams per shell. It tastes just as good as a regular tortilla shell, or this Olay one is a larger one. It's got 4 net grams of carb per tortilla shell, and they taste just like a regular one. So we use the lower carb ones for this cook. So what I'll do is that we'll start cooking the chicken breast, and the first thing you do is I used 1 whole can of the salsa, and this is 15.5 ounce jar. And then I added 3/4 to 1 jar of water to this mixture, because if you just use a salsa direct into the pressure cooker, it's too thick, it won't build up pressure, so you have to water it down. And then when we're pressurizing anyway, quite a bit of this liquid is going to be steamed away through the vents, so we're going to have just the amount. Just be sure to water down your salsa mixture. Now if your salsa is weaker or more watery, then you use less water, but salsa from Red Gold is pretty chunky. And then we're adding the seasoning mix, 1/8 of a cup at the most, so just add some. This is going to add some spicing to it. And that's about it at this point. What you want to do is you want to add your chicken breast on top. And these are almost totally defrosted, and we're going to probably be using maybe 2 pounds of chicken breast. You can use as much as you want, but I found 2 pounds is probably more than enough. So we have the salsa, water, chicken breast in it. At this point, we'll just put it on pressure. Probably gonna do about 15 minutes. That should be more than enough to get it up to temperature to the point where we're gonna be able to shred this chicken up. We wanna put it on quick release. Make sure this nozzle here is in a closed position. And we'll just click it on. And then once this part is through cooking the chicken, I'll get back to you and we'll start adding the refried beans, the chili, and then cheese. That's all it takes. So it's a pretty much of a 2-step process. Also, meanwhile, while this thing is starting to pressurize, we have the Spanish rice cooking on the stovetop there. So that takes about a half an hour. This one here is going to probably be close to about a half an hour for the total duration of this cook. So probably pretty much in sync. We'll get back to you as soon as this thing is through pressurizing. Okay, the chicken is done pressurizing. You did it for about 15 minutes. We're using unfrozen chicken, so we don't have to keep it in that long. If you got frozen chicken, you're probably gonna do it for about 20 minutes. So this is what it looks like. You can see it's kind of watery, but once we put in the refried beans and chili, it'll thicken up. Oh wow, you hear that? You're gonna use 2 tongs to basically shred the chicken. It's very hot, so be careful. So you just keep doing this until you get all the chicken finely shredded. We use tongs so you don't scratch the inside of this pot. If you had the bear claws, then you can take it out of the pot and use the bear claws, it'll be quicker. But you can see how chicken's nice and well done. It's just shredding easy. Now you can shred it. If you like your burrito's a little more chunkier meat, you don't have to shred it as fine. We like it pretty much finely shredded. And you can see as we shred the chicken, it's going to start absorbing up the juice, so the juice is going to get thicker too. And after you finish making this burrito, once you set it in the refrigerator overnight, it really thickens up. So now if you find out the next day that the burrito is too thick to your liking, you know, what I do is that I just add some, any kind of spaghetti sauce you have left over, just add to it if you want to. So that's about it. It's nice and shredded up. So we got right around 3 pounds at this time. I said use it anywhere between 2 and 3 pounds. I thought it was 2 pounds, but we actually had 3 pounds. Okay, to this sauce we add in half a can of refried beans. It's really hot, so refried beans will start cooking immediately. And then we use like 14 ounces of whatever chili you have lying around. Put the chili in here. Just mix it up. That looks good right about now too. Now on top of this, we're sticking some cheese. Like I said, we use a Mexican style cheese. I mean, whatever cheese you want, quesadilla cheese. Just regular mozzarella cheese is fine. Just a layer on top. Okay, so we set on air fry, and we'll do for like 4 minutes. Okay, the burrito is almost done. That's what it looks like. It looks good enough to eat just like this, put it on top of rice, and I think you're set to go. We can see we got the Spanish rice done. Now, you could also use diced tomatoes and add some more cheese onto your burrito wrap, but I think we got enough cheese here, and the Spanish rice has a lot of diced tomatoes already, so we don't have to worry about that. But when you're making your burritos, other toppings that you could put on, it depends on what you have in the house naturally, but you can use diced tomatoes, shredded lettuce, olives, shredded cheese, and naturally your sour cream and guacamole. So if you have these on hand, then go ahead and add it to your burritos, and it's going to be better than the that you get from going out and getting a burrito. So right now, let's go ahead and start rolling the burrito and see what this thing tastes like. Okay, let's grab some of this and put it on our tortilla shell. Look at that. This Spanish rice here, put it on top. And then we'll proceed to wrap the burrito. So you want to tuck it in, get a good, just cut it all the way through. That's what the burrito looks like. And you can fill it as much as you want or as least as you want, but like any other burrito, it's going to be a gooey mess, but it's going to be really good. So. This is good. We made this a couple times before, and it's like a family favorite. And once this thing cools down, you can stick it in the freezer, and then when you're ready to eat it again, just defrost it, and you're set to go. Stick it in the microwave. So you can make it ahead of time. This pop made quite a bit of burritos, so we're set. Like I said before, you could add some more diced tomatoes on or some additional cheese on top before you roll it. But it's a very good meal, very simple, and it takes, all said and done, probably an hour from start to finish. That includes pressurizing up the foodie. So I hope you liked the video. When you have a chance, please subscribe button, and thank you for watching.